Meet two people, let's call them Ethan and Daniel. Ethan works 60 hours a week. He's always busy, always grinding. He picks up extra shifts, runs a side hustle on the weekends, and checks his phone at midnight because another opportunity just came up. Daniel works a regular 40-hour week. He leaves the office on time. He takes his family to dinner on Fridays. He sleeps 8 hours a night. Now, 10 years later, Daniel has more money in his investment account than Ethan has ever earned in a year. Ethan is confused, Daniel is calm. So what is Daniel doing that Ethan isn't? It's not a side hustle, it's not a hot stock tip, it's not even a high salary. It's 7 micro habits, and today I'm going to show you exactly what they are and how they can quietly build more wealth than any side hustle ever will. Stay with me until the end, because halfway through this video, I'm going to show you a simple piece of maths that will completely change how you think about money. Let's get into it. 7 micro habits. Each one takes less than 5 minutes a day. None of them require extra income, and together, they will do more for your financial future than working an extra 20 hours a week ever could. Most people earn money, spend money, and then try to save whatever is left. Here's the truth, there is almost never anything left. Wealthy people do it differently. They decide how much to save before they spend a single dollar or pound or dollar. They automate that transfer on payday, so the money moves before they even see it. This is called paying yourself first, and it is the foundation of every serious wealth-building system in the world. Even if you start with just $5 per dollar of your income, that's $5,000 on 100,000, you are building a habit that will scale over time. Here's the micro habit. Set up an automatic transfer to a separate savings or investment account the same day your salary arrives, not when you remember, not at the end of the month, the same day. This single habit, done consistently over 20 years, can build more wealth than a side hustle. I'm not going to ask you to track your spending forever, just for 1 week. Because here's what happens. Most people have no idea where their money goes. They feel broke at the end of the month, but they can't explain why. When you track every single expense, coffee, subscriptions, random online orders, that food delivery you almost forgot, you will find what I call the invisible drain. The invisible drain is the money leaving your account every month that you are not consciously aware of. It could be 3 streaming subscriptions you don't use. It could be a gym membership you forgot to cancel. It could be daily takeout that costs more than your electricity bill. I did this exercise and found I was spending over $8,000 a month on things I genuinely didn't care about. I canceled 3 subscriptions, cut 1 bad habit, and redirected that money straight into investments. The micro habit: download any free budgeting app or open a notes app right now and write down every single thing you spend this week. Just 7 days, that's it. Awareness is the first step to control. This one habit alone could save you tens of thousands over your lifetime, and it costs you nothing except patience. Here is the rule: before you buy anything that is not food, bills, or medicine, wait 24 hours. That's it, just wait 1 day. You will be amazed at how many urgent purchases suddenly feel unnecessary after a night of sleep. The excitement fades, the rational brain takes over, you put the item back. Marketers and apps are designed to manufacture urgency. Only 2 left in stock. Sale ends tonight. Limited time offer. These are psychological tricks to stop you thinking clearly. The 24-hour rule breaks that spell. Studies suggest the average person makes multiple impulse purchases every week. If the 24-hour rule eliminates even half of those, that could be thousands of dollars a year flowing back into your pocket, not a company's profit margin. The micro habit: add the item to your cart, close the app, set a reminder for tomorrow. If you still want— Okay, I need to pause here for a moment, because I can already hear what some of you are thinking. Shez, these are tiny amounts, a few canceled subscriptions, a 24-hour wait. How does this beat a side hustle that brings in an extra $20,000 or $30,000 a month? Fair question, let me show you the answer. There are 2 ways money grows. The first is linear. You work more, you earn more. You stop working, the money stops coming. This is how most people, including side hustlers, think about income. The second way is exponential. You invest money. That money earns returns. those returns get reinvested, and over time, your money is working harder than you ever could. Here's a real example. If you invest just $10,000 a month starting at age 25, and you get a conservative annual return of 10 per dollar, by age 55, you will have over $2 million. $10,000 a month, that's less than most people spend on coffee, food delivery, and subscriptions they forgot about. Now compare that to Omar. He runs a side hustle that earns him $20,000 extra a month, but he spends it on lifestyle upgrades, on the latest phone, on keeping up appearances. At 55, he has almost nothing invested. This is the difference between a side hustle and a system. A side hustle gives you more money. A system makes that money work for you. Micro habits build the system. That's why they win. Now let's keep going. 4 more habits. This is the habit most people delay by years, sometimes decades. They say, I'll invest when I have more money, or I need to learn more first, or the market is too high right now. And while they wait, time, the most powerful ingredient in wealth building, is quietly running out. Here's the truth about investing. You will never feel completely ready. The market will always look uncertain. There will always be a reason to wait. But time in the market beats timing the market. Every single expert agrees on this. You don't need a lot. You don't need perfect knowledge. You just need to start with whatever you have, even if it's a small amount every month going into an index fund or a halal investment vehicle. The micro habit: open an investment account this week, not next month, this week. Make your first investment, even if it's the smallest possible amount. The act of starting. Most people treat prices as fixed. They get a bill, they pay it. They renew a subscription, they pay it. They accept whatever salary they were last given. Wealthy people know that almost everything is negotiable. Your internet bill, your insurance premium, your phone plan, your salary, even your credit card interest rate, you can call and ask for a lower rate, and many banks will say yes simply because you asked. Here is a habit that takes 15 minutes a year and can save you tens of thousands. Once a year, I recommend doing this in the same month every year so you don't forget. Go through every recurring expense you have. For each one, either call the provider and ask for a better rate or research a cheaper competitor and switch. I do this every January. Last year, I reduced my internet bill, switched my phone plan, and renegotiated my insurance. Total savings, over $40,000 a year, 15 minutes of phone calls. The micro habit: pick one bill this week. Call the provider. Say, I've been a loyal customer and I'm considering switching. Is there a better rate you can offer me? Here's something most people never consider. Your financial outcomes are a direct result of your financial knowledge. The more you understand about money, how it works, how it grows, how to protect it, the better decisions you make. And bad financial decisions are extremely expensive. Buying a depreciating asset on debt, keeping all your savings in a low-interest account, paying unnecessary taxes, not diversifying. These mistakes cost people lakhs and crores over a lifetime. The solution is not an MBA, it's just 10 minutes a day. Read one article about personal finance. Listen to 15 minutes of a financial podcast during your commute. Watch one video about investing. Read one chapter of a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or The Psychology of Money, or I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Over 1 year, that's 60 hours of financial education. That is more than most people get in a lifetime. The micro habit: right now, subscribe to one financial YouTube channel, podcast, or newsletter that speaks your language and fits your values. This last habit sounds almost too simple, but it is one of the most powerful things you can do for your finances and your mindset. Choose one day a week where you spend nothing, not a single dollar, no food delivery, no petrol unless it's an emergency, no online shopping, no impulse buys. Cook what's already in the kitchen, walk instead of taking a ride, find free entertainment. One day a week, that's 52 days a year of zero spending. Now the financial saving is real. Even if your average daily spending is $2,000, that's $104,000 a year in savings from one habit alone. But the bigger benefit is psychological. A no-spend day teaches you that spending and happiness are not the same thing. It breaks the automatic connection between I'm bored or I'm stressed and I'll buy something. That shift in mindset, that awareness, is worth more than any amount of money, because it changes every financial decision you make for the rest of your life. The micro habit, pick your day, put it in your calendar right now as a recurring event. Let's go back to Ethan and Daniel. Ethan spent 10 years chasing extra income. He worked more, hustled harder, sacrificed weekends, health, and time with his family, and at the end, he had very little to show for it. Because more money flowing in means nothing if the same amount, or more, is flowing out. Daniel spent 10 years building a system. He automated his savings, he tracked his spending, he negotiated his bills, he invested consistently, even in small amounts. He learned a little every day. And slowly, quietly, his money started working for him. Daniel did not get rich quickly, but he got rich. This is the thing nobody tells you about wealth. It is not dramatic. It is not exciting. It is not a viral moment or a lucky break or a side hustle that blows up. Real wealth is quiet, it is slow, it is boring, and it is built by people who show up every single day and do the small, unsexy things that compound over decades. 7 micro habits: automated savings, spending awareness, the 24-hour rule, investing before you feel ready, negotiating your bills, learning every day, and 1 no-spend day a week. None of these take more than 5 minutes. None of them require extra income, but together, over time, they build something that no side hustle ever will. They build freedom. If this video gave you even one idea that changes how you think about money, that's all I wanted. I want you to pick just one of these 7 habits and start it today, not next Monday, not after your next paycheck, today. Drop in the comments, which habit are you starting first? I read every single comment and I will reply. If you found value here, subscribe to Shez Invests, because every week I break down exactly how to build real, lasting wealth without burning yourself out. And share this video with one person in your life who needs to hear this, because the people around you becoming financially free, that makes your journey easier too. I'll see you in the next one.